Or hypertext markup language. We'll talk about this language first. And every word in this acronym is very important. Hypertext means the mode of navigation, markup means tags, and language means the instruction to the computer to do something. So the HTML is very important. It's a building block of all the web pages that you see. All the web pages that you see. The prerequisite for HTML is you need to have a text editor. You can have any text editor. It can be Notepad, it can be Notepad++, it can be your Word, it can be WordPad, any. And for that, running of this or execution of HTML, you need a internet browser or a web browser. It can be Internet Explorer, Netscape, Chrome, or it can be Firefox, any. What is an HTML file? So HTML is a language or a format that tells you how a page will look like or how a web page should look like on your browser or a computer. An HTML file is a text file, simply a text file, which will have markup tags. Anything which is inside the tag direct the browser or the computer to do something or to do some formatting. The markup tags tell the web browser to how to display the page. You want to display it italic, in bold, some image, everything is possible. HTML file have extension HTML and HTML file. So what are exactly these tags? These HTML tags are used to mark up HTML elements, and they are surrounded by less than and greater than sign. These are two characters, and they normally comes in pair. For example, if you want to do bold, so you say bold, you write hi, and then you end it using a forward slash. Now, when you say hi, whenever it is printed on your, or whenever it goes to your web browser, this hi will be shown in bold. It will be shown in bold. So normally it comes like this, but we have tags like br. So it doesn't require a ending tag. So the start tag, this is called a start tag, this is called the end tag. And please understand that this B, if you write B, it doesn't matter. Means the HTML tags are not case sensitive. Tag description of HTML. Every page of HTML, this tag starts the HTML document. Then we have head. After the HTML, whatever you want to give in the heading, that is, this tag will represent the document header, which can keep other HTML tags like the title, like the link, etc. Then we have title. So inside this head, you can write title. Title will give you the name which will be shown when it is on the browser. So the name of the document. Then the body. Here, actual content is being written. This tag represents the document body, which will keep all the contents of web page. For example, text, images, and sound. Then we have H. This is the heading tag. This N means this N varies from 1 to 6. So H1 to H6 we can go. H1 is the highest heading. H6 is the lowest heading. So it goes from H1 to H6. Any of these you can use. Center means you want the content to be placed in the center of the page, like this, center. Then P is when you want to write a paragraph, just the way you write something in Word, MS Word. So P is for paragraph. This P you can align the paragraph left-wise, center-wise, or right-wise. Then BR is for inserting new line. Now see, there are certain lines between these two tags. So this line can be created using this BR tag, a break. This is called break. If you want to do, or we want to put some content in say bold form, underline form, italic form, or underline form. So for B, you can make the text bold. You want to make text italic, it will be I. You want to make text as underlined, it will be U. Now the background color or text color. The page, you want to color it. Whole color you want to be yellow. So you can do yellow. So this is the tag which is very important to convert your white color into certain color. And if you want the content which is inside, mean text, you want to color it, then it can be done using body text equal to red. please see this BG color and text, this has is equal to sign, and then this is called the attribute. So this is attribute with the double quotes. So how to create web pages? First of all, you have to open your text editor. It can be Notepad, it can be Notepad++, any of these. Then you have to write HTML. HTML marks the start of the page or start of the content. Then you have head. Inside this head you can write title like this, any title you can write. Then you have to end the title. Then head, because if you want to enter something inside, it is okay. Otherwise you have to end the head also. Then because everything comes under body, main content, so you have to start the body. Now this is a web page you want to show, and you want to show this web page written here and in the H1 heading and center wise. So then now you can write this, and then you want to write some content which is in bold, you want to write some content which is in italic, you want to write some content which is in underline. So this content or this sentence, this will be shown in bold, this will be shown in italic, this will be shown in underline. Then you can break. BR means you will have find a line, that is a break, line break, and again a line break, again a line break, and then finally you end the body. And then because you have started with HTML, you have to end the HTML also. This is how it is done. And then you can save the file as some name, it's up to you, and say HTML. .html is the extension. Now just place somewhere, double click it, it will open in the browser, and then you can show the result. So before we go ahead, let me show you how to run this program. This program is already being copied by me, so let me copy it for you in the proper text editor. So let us go to the text editor first. This is our text editor. Now we have already this content which I just explained you. This is the content, right? I'm taking it, I'll copy it, and I'll make a new page. This is Notepad++. You can easily download it from internet. I'm making a new file, I'm pasting it. Now the important part is when I'm pasting it, the content which I explained you, this is now just a text. But when I save it in the Notepad++, let me save it first. I want to save it as, say, HTML file. So all this is the beauty of a Notepad++, we'll get everything. Then you say my page, let me name it as a page. Now page.html, save it. Now see, when I saved it as HTML, all the tags are in blue color, and all the content, all the text which will be printed on the web page is in the black color. Now let me just see that whether there is a star sign or not. If there is a star sign, that means I have not saved, but I have saved now. So now let me run it. So I have to go to this run and say launch in Chrome. You can go to anyone. Let me launch it. See, this is your web page. This is the content which was written as H1 heading centralized. This is your normal text, this is bold text, this is italic text, this is the underlined text, and then you have a BR, that is, it will go to the next line. Again you have a BR that will go to the next line. So this is how we run the content, right? Now the next is we have to build or make a web page something like this. Okay, so I want that the background color should be green and the text color should be red. So how to make it? Let us see. We have to start with an HTML. The main content or main question is this, that the background has to be some color and text has to be some color. So I start with HTML. I give a head. I can give a title to the web page. My web page will be the name of the document. Then inside head I will say body BG color equal to yellow. Now this is green, so I've just given yellow. Let us see what it happens, how it shows. And text equal to red. So now it will not be shown as green, it will be shown as yellow. And then center. Now I want this my school to come in the center with H1 heading. So my school has to be kept inside the H1 heading, and that has to be kept inside the center so that it can be H1 heading and centralized. Then this is the sentence, 2 sentences I want to write. I can just write it, and because this is a paragraph type, so I will say P, but I want to align it left. So align equal to left, and this is the default. If you don't give anything, then it will already be always be left. This is the content. I have to end the P. Then body has to be ended, and then HTML has to be ended. So this is how our web page is going to be shown. So before I go ahead, let me run this program for you. So we already have this this program written. So let us take it. So this is our program, right? I will just copy it so that we don't have to make any other HTML file. I will just paste it here, and see, there is a star sign, so I have not saved it. So Control S, or you can save it from here. So we have saved it, and the background will be yellow and the text will be red. But here I see some problem, because this is in blue and this is not in blue. That is, there is a problem in double quotes. So I will just clear those problem or solve those problem, and now I'll try to run it. Again I have to, this is star, so I have to save it, Control S. Now the star has gone. Now let me run it for the Chrome. See, this is the background color is yellow, and this is our centralized H1 heading, and this is the paragraph with leftwise. Now as the question says, let me go it for green, and let me change the color white, say white. So now again save, Control S, and now let me run it in Chrome. So now this is, the background is green and this content is shown in the white. The text of the document is in white. So this is how it is done. Now we have to write an HTML code to show the working of various paragraph alignment tags. So how this paragraph works, because this is very important when you deal with a web page. If you have to make a proper web page, the paragraph becomes very important. So HTML, we start, we give a head. Inside this we can give a title. Let us give some title, and the title and the head. So this is end, this is end. Now inside the body, let us write some content. This is not in paragraph style, but this is paragraph. So this will come as a paragraph, but it will be left aligned. This will be a content or the sentence which will come, which will be right aligned. This will be a paragraph content which will come as a center, and then we end the body, then we end the HTML. So this is how we can deal with the paragraph alignment tags. Let me run it for you. Let me go again back to the content which I have already copied. So this is the code. I am copying it and pasting it to the same HTML page, so that I don't have to make another HTML page. Now this is not being saved, so I have to say Control S. Now it is being saved. Is there any problem? No, the content seems to be fine, because if there is any problem, we can check, because the colors are different. Now let me run it for you in Chrome. See, this is normal, this is leftwise, this is rightwise, this is centralized. This is how paragraph alignment tags can be experienced in web page. The next thing is inserting images in web page. So how to insert images in web page? First of all, we just have to, because every HTML page can have audio, video, images, that makes your web page more attractive and more approachable. So IMG tag we are going to use. This is used to insert images in web page, and there are two ways. First is your inserting the images is internal. That means, say this is your folder in which you have a HTML file. This image file has to be here only, same folder. Say you have a folder C/my folder. Inside this folder you ought to have the HTML file and say some x.jpg. So both of them have to be in the same folder. For that you can just go to any folder where your picture is, or you can make a folder where you can put that picture, and we can just paste the picture in this folder, and then you can just insert. I'll show the code. You have to write this code, and this code shows we have started with HTML, head, title I have given. The basic idea is this one, image. So body we have made as yellow, and now this is the source, IMG, this IMG, and then you have to say the source where it lies. So I will give the name of the JPG file without any path. I'll save the file in the .html, and then we'll open it in the browser. So let us see how to do it. Let me go to that folder first, right? See, if I want to see where this folder is, I can go to say save as, and this is my folder. Okay, So I have a baby photo.jpg. Let me show it to you first. This is my folder on the desktop, and in this folder I have this page.html we just made. Let me show it to you. This is what we have just made, and now this is the baby photo.jpg. This is what we are going to show. So this file has to be in that folder where this HTML page you are going to write, right? So let me just take this code now. I've already written it, and let me take this, Control C, and I'm pasting it in the HTML file. So this is my new HTML file. Now I have to write the name of the image.jpg. So what is the name? This is baby photo.jpg. Let me take the name. So I'm taking the name and I'm putting it right here in this place. Source equal to this.jpg. So baby.jpg, let me run it for you. See what happens. I saved it, and let me run it for you. So this is our baby.jpg. This is how you insert the image. You can change the size also. So you can just say width is equal to say 100, and height is equal to say 100, and then we save it and run again. So this is the size, this is the size, very small size, but you can change the size every time because the image is very high, very large. So let us make it 500. Control S, then run. So this is how the size can change. Now the second thing is, the file can be external. That means you can pick the file from some other folder and you can show it in your web page. For that you have to go to that path. I'll show you how to go to that path. The first is you have to open the text document and write this code. The code is exactly equal, just this exactly same as what we have done, but here we are in the place of simply writing the name of the JPG file. We have to give the whole path. You have to give whole path, and then we will save it in HTML and open it in a browser. So let us see how this can be done. In Windows we have a picture folder, so let us take this one, right? So this one will take. So let me see the properties, where if I can find out the path. If I'm not able to find the path, I'll go to the properties here, and then I can go to this. Okay, so the path can be easily found out if I can go here. I can open it in some new window. Then always we have a possibility. See, this is C users HP, right? And then inside this we have a folder. So we have a location here. See, I can go to the location, copy it, and then I have to paste it there in this place. So rather than just writing this, I have to give the proper path, and this has to be enclosed inside a double quotes. But I have not written the name of the file. So let me take this one. I'll take this one, and now you should see this photograph. And this photograph, minded, please understand that this is not in the folder of our HTML file, right? So let me go Control S and just let us try to run it. If you see, this image has come, which has changed, and this has come from external folder. This has come from external folder, right? So as I said, we can change the height and width. So this is how we change the width and height. So let us summarize what we have seen. First of all, HTML is a format that tells a computer how to display a web page. It is actually the building block of all web pages. The HTML tags, they normally comes in pairs, like this is for bold, this is for ending of bold. HTML, this tag marks the start of the HTML document. This head says this is actually the document header, which can keep other HTML tags like the title, like the link. Then you have title. The title tag is used inside the head tag to mention or to give the document title. Then we have body. This is the actual tag. This is the main container of the content. So this tag represents the document body, which will keep all the contents of web page, text, images, sound, etc. Then we have H1 to H6 heading for heading tags of different sizes. Center, this tag is used to write a line or text in the center. P is for paragraph, IMG for inserting images. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.